A lot of fun. We've been going hard at each other all camp and all preseason. So whenever we can, test up and measure ourselves against another team, it's always a good time.
What do you feel like the most progress has been made, whether offensively or defensively, since first preseason game to now? You think?
Uh, I don't think there's enough time yet. I don't think the first stretch of the season will be a good test for that. I think coach is still trying to figure out rotations and who's going to fill out the rotation and what players are going to be playing. So it's kind of hard. We get a lot of scrimmaging in practice too. So we have a lot of talented guys on this team.
That pull-up three ball of yours, that's been something you've been working on for years, but are you finding with the screens you're getting set and the spacing around you that shot is, I don't know, freeing itself up a little bit more?
Yeah. I mean, make or miss, I think it puts pressure on the defense. A lot of the coverages in the NBA are drop coverage, and I think that's going to be tough to do against us with some marksmen out there, some people that can shoot the ball. And whenever we can get one up, the bigs are doing an incredible job of not letting guys shoot under the screens. They're forcing them to trail every action. So shout out Drew, Nert. Yeah, it's been fun.
Book overpassing is a good problem to have. How are you guys balancing the unselfishness there and kind of feeling out the amount of space and good options you guys have on?
Hey, I think the unique, part about us three are that, we all have the capability of, scoring at the highest level, but, we've always played the game the right way, even when, we were kind of not on our own teams, but on different teams. Like, we still continue to play the game the right way. So, it hasn't been, an adjustment for real. We haven't only thing I tell them to do is be more aggressive. It's going to open everything up for everybody else.
Part of what you talked about is leading by example, and that's part of the example, right? The unselfishness that you three play with.
Yeah, it should be a domino effect from there. And like I said, everybody top to bottom is experienced on this team. We don't have many young guys. We have guys that have been rotation players or playing heavy minutes for teams around the NBA.
Jordan had 6 steals tonight. What have you seen from his defense on the ball?
Yeah, very impressive. In that short stint that he was out, he's just been working, getting ready to get back out there, and he's proven it. So
really difficult to really take too much from this game, with as many guys as they had out. For us, it was really just working on our habits of execution and also understanding that throughout the course of an 82-game season, you're going to have nights like this where, the other team is undermanned and you're going to have guys in there that don't usually get to play a lot, that are going to compete for jobs. They're going to play super hard. And a lot of times those games present different challenges and you have to go in and take care of your business. So, I like the business-like approach we had in the first half to get after these guys. I thought the second quarter defense could have been better, but overall, one of the battles we're going to have to fight this year is, when the offense is really clicking and the lead starts growing, can we still keep the screws tight on the defensive side of the ball? And I thought we took our foot off the gas a little bit in the second quarter, but overall pretty good.
Curious when you look at Devin, he's used to playing the entire first quarter, but the first time the big three played together, you took him out and then in the first. So how are you managing that whole thought of, okay, he's got it going, playing the whole first, but maybe it's the time maybe to take him out so you can get a different life.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. To me, like if he's going to play the whole quarter, let's let him do it a couple times in the preseason to just get his wind. Preseason is about rhythm, timing, but also conditioning. And I think another thing we have to keep an eye on is that is his workload greater? Now that he's handling the majority of the point guard role. It's something that we'll just have conversations with him about, like, how does it feel? Does the game feel different, with you on the ball more than, maybe you have been in the past? And, I'm not locked into, him definitely playing the whole first quarter. But it's something we'll keep having conversations about.
It's been a 3-level score for a while now, but it feels like he's been going to that pull-up 3 game a little bit more. In your mind, is that just next step in his game, a product of the screening and spacing?
Well, I personally am winding him up to shoot that shot. You know, I think first of all, he's beyond capable. You saw it tonight. I mean, he's lethal with that. And you know, I think he's been a little bit hesitant, you know, just talking to, you know, some people that have been here the last couple of years, to take that shot in high volume. And you know, one of the things we talked this summer is that that's a shot that I really want to encourage and to extra green light for him, because it's, you know, when he's knocking down that shot, like the bigs got to come up, you know, and the bigs come up, and that just opens up even more stuff. So it's a hell of a weapon, and it's something I'm encouraging him to take.
Coach, you added, you're still tinkering with your lineups and rotations. Grayson Allen in the starting lineup, offensively, very impressive, 5 for 9, 13 points, but even more so in defense. It seems as though he brought an extra energy on that side of the ball. What is your assessment of his play tonight?
Well, you just said it right there. You know, great two-way play. You know, he's really good offensively. I love that he's not just a shooter. You can really put the ball in his hands or make plays from the second side. And then obviously the defensive side, he plays really scrappy and with an edge. You know, that's the first thing you think about with Grayson Allen is, you know, that he plays the game with an edge. And that's what we want for our group. So he fits on both sides of the ball.
Smaller lineups, especially with Metu at center, what has to work for those to be viable for you, especially in the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, well, there's execution pieces that go along with that. You know, teams see a smaller lineup, is they start to switch everything, they try to stall you out, and if you let it can. But you know, you have to know how to screen and get out of screens and what type of actions you know you want to play against a switch everything defense. I thought we did that well at times and not so well at times. And you saw it a lot in the second half too, you know, with some of the switching that they were doing. But it's very exploitable, and you know, it's just a different look that we haven't really seen yet till tonight.
Coach, what did you think of Jordan's play today? I mean, he had 4 steals in the first 4 minutes that he was in.
Yeah, and he had, I think, 6 fouls in the first half or something like that too. Well, 4 fouls in the first half. He's got really good hands, you know, and you know, we always praise Josh Okogie for, you know, being a really good defender, but great with his hands and great with strips and passing lanes and all that stuff. And you know, early signs on Jordan is that he has that type of defensive ability, you know, to have a big body, you know, maybe not be the quickest guy out there, but you know, is really good with his hands.
Off that, you coach your defensive guys. So how do you like manage guys not fouling too much when they're being that aggressive?
Yeah, fouls are mistakes to me. I mean, be aggressive without fouling.
So Drew Eubanks kind of in that Nurkic role of passing a little bit tonight. How comfortable are you with, you know, not just Nurkic, but your other center and making that read in that play?
Yeah, I like Drew. I like the ball in Drew's hands. You know, we don't want him to overthink things and do too much. But you know, we want to be able to play through our bigs where it's not just, you know, Book, Brad, KD, pick and roll. You know what I mean? And we want to be able to get off of it and move these guys, you know, play in space, get bodies off of us. And, you know, our bigs will have to be able to make plays. We're not looking at, you know, Chris Webber backdoor every time down. But you know, for those guys to read the backdoors when they're there and then play through the guy that's coming to him or the next guy that's coming to him, you know, as part of who we want to be.
A couple possessions in the first half where you guys had the good look, but you could just see the guys just wanting to keep the ball moving and keep going. How have you seen the big three guys specifically balance the unselfishness that they want to play with and finding the right shot?
Yeah, well, I think they recognize that, you know, as good as they are, you know, they've got great targets around them as well. You know, so, you know, we want to play as much as possible, no force, no stress offense, you know, attack for a great look, you know, or for attack for a good look. But if there's a better look on that possession, our guys are all make the right play types of guys.